This alone makes this like my favorite place that I've lived. Secret door. I'm Thomas Eliot. I am a designer and co-owner of Sixpence Games, which is a board and card game publishing company, and I live here in Crown Heights. Professor Pugnacious here is my first game. This is Cultists of Cthulhu. This is currently the review prototype. Colorless 5. This is venture capital. We're playing as venture capitalists who are putting out bids to acquire startups. You've got 15 cards, and what you're going to do with them is bid on cards. We're going to turn over a card from this deck, and then we each play a card face down. We flip them up at the same time, and whichever one of us played the higher card gets this card. It's yours. All of my games start out as a bunch of scribblings in notebooks, and then spreadsheets to keep track of all the components that I'm making, and then stuff like this, where I get blank cards in bulk and write on them in Sharpie. That makes it really easy to do tons and tons and tons and tons of play testing. I come from a math background, and so I like to come up with models for how things work, and I like to see how different bits of math interact with each other and like how you can get them to do fun things. Apart from my wife, Allison, who's 2 years younger than me, I'm the youngest person in NYC Playtest, the board game design group. But among actual board game fans, I think there's people from all age ranges. The board game industry is bigger than it's ever been and is just getting bigger all the time. It's really cool. Inspiration, the idea for the game, design, come up with the first version of the game. Playtest is play that version, fix the problems, play it again, fix the problems, do that 100 times. Hire everybody you need, which is an artist, an editor, a manufacturer, and a distributor. Get all the money, and then pay all those people you hired. I like storytelling. I run a Dungeons & Dragons campaign, and I have a YouTube channel where I tell Greek myths.
Let me tell you about Hercules.
So combining both of those into games that tell an interesting story and really try to draw the players in and also have fun and interesting mechanics is a really enjoyable thing to create. It's a neat challenge, and it's also a lot of fun to play. So that's 30 plus another 16, so that's 46. So you beat me.
Sweet.
Good job. Once I get to having like 3 or 4 games published and being sold every month, then I could probably make a living off of it. As it is, it's occasionally like a big chunk of income from Kickstarter or what have you, and then passive income every month that is useful but not enough to live off of yet. Growth mindset. I think games are really important. Like, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I mean, we're here to have fun, and I think that tabletop games, like board games, card games, role-playing games, are a really great and pro-social way of doing that. Whether they're competitive or cooperative, you need to have your friends around and be face-to-face, strategizing, coming up with alliances, breaking alliances. It's also really easy to have table conversation in addition to the game that's going on. Even when they're not trying to be, tabletop games can be educational. Tabletop games are exercise for your mind. It's like playing sports. Playing sports is exercise for your body that you don't necessarily think of that way because it's so much fun and you're hanging out with your friends. Wow. All right. So, want to play again?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So first up is the colorless 3.